Thank you for choosing Skywalker Trampolines, and welcome to the Premium 15-foot square trampoline assembly video. Before assembling your trampoline, make sure you have all the parts listed in the manual. We advise having a friend help you assemble your new trampoline. Tighten all hardware with the provided tools. You are more than welcome to use your own tools. Please register your product warranty at skywalkertrampolines.com. First, place a corner tube, 2 straight tubes, and 2 T-joints on the ground. Make sure the spring holes are facing the ground. Slide the T-joints onto the straight tubes. Then slide the straight tube into the corner tube. Next, align the holes on the T-joints with the holes on the straight tube. Secure the T-joints to the straight tubes using the hardware provided. Repeat steps 2 and 3 until you have 4 assembled corner tubes. Insert 2 leg posts into the T-joints of 1 assembled corner tube. Remember, the sockets on the leg post should be facing out. Secure the leg post to the T-joints using the hardware provided. Repeat this step until you have 8 assembled leg posts. Slide the female side of one leg onto the center leg extension, then secure it with the hardware provided. Slide another leg onto the other side of the center leg section and secure using the hardware. Repeat this step until you have 4 U-shaped leg sections. Insert 1 U-shaped leg section into the leg post of a corner tube. Make sure the holes of the U-leg match the holes of the leg post. You may need to try more than 1 U-leg to find the correct fit. Secure the leg section to the leg post using the hardware provided. Repeat this step until you have 4 assembled corner leg sections. Next, place a curved tube and 2 T-joints on the ground. Make sure the spring holes of the curved tubes are facing the ground and the bend of the curved tube is facing you. Slide the T-joints onto each end of the curved tube, making sure you align the holes on the T-joint with the holes on the curved tube. Secure the T-joints to the curved tube using the hardware provided. Now, insert 2 leg posts with sockets into the T-joints of the middle sections. The leg post sockets should be facing out. Secure the leg posts with the sockets to the T-joints using the hardware provided. Repeat this step until all remaining leg posts are assembled. Insert a center leg sleeve inside the female end of one leg. Secure the leg to the center leg sleeve using the hardware provided. Attach the second leg to the other end of the center leg sleeve and secure. Repeat this step until you have 4 assembled middle U-shaped leg sections. Insert 1 U-shaped leg section into the leg post's frame piece. Make sure the holes of the U-shaped leg section match the holes on the leg post. Secure the leg section to the leg post using the hardware provided. Repeat this step until you have 4 assembled corner leg sections. Flip the assembled corner leg sections over so they are now standing on the legs. Now place a middle U-shaped leg section between 2 corner leg sections. Make sure the bend is facing out and then slide them together. Repeat this on the other side. Now, place 2 middle U-shaped leg segments between the 2 frame halves. Slide the 2 halves of the trampoline together to create a freestanding frame. The enclosure net will be pre-installed to the jump mat. Before continuing, make sure each V-ring of the jump mat is properly threaded through the corresponding hole in the enclosure net. Place the jump mat on the ground inside the frame with the enclosure net on top. Lay it so the jump mat lines up with the frame. Be sure to center the enclosure door on the middle of one side. Using the spring tool, hook the smaller end of a spring into a corner square ring of the jump mat. Stretch the free end of the spring until it reaches the nearest frame hole in the corner. Place another spring into the same corner square ring and stretch it to the nearest frame hole on the other side of the corner. This is a premium model, so the springs will be difficult to attach. Next, attach 2 springs on each side of the corner. Repeat this step on the 3 remaining corners. You now should have 24 springs attached. Now, attach 5 springs to the middle curve tube. Repeat this step on all sides of the trampoline. Attach 4 additional springs next to each corner by placing them on either side of the sockets. You should have attached 16 more springs. Now, working in a clockwise direction, attach all the remaining springs. Make sure the V-rings and frame holes line up correctly. Lay the two halves of the frame pad on the frame with the chosen color facing up. Connect the two pieces of padding together with the Velcro. Make sure the doormat and logo align with the enclosure door. Find the provided straps. Insert the straps into the loops on the bottom of the frame pad. Thread the inside straps through the V-rings on the jump mat and place the outer straps on either side of the frame. Find the straps on the corners of the frame pad. Hook the straps to the square rings. Look under the trampoline. Find the straps that are attached in between the two layers of the frame pad. Position the straps on either side of the frame and tie the straps into bows. Next, attach the lower enclosure flex rod, connect tube, and upper enclosure flex rod together. Repeat this step until you have 16 fully assembled enclosure rods. Insert the top end of a completed enclosure rod into a sleeve at the top of the enclosure net. Repeat this step to place the remaining enclosure rods into the sleeves. Starting from the enclosure door, lift and insert the bottom of the enclosure rod into the bracket on the leg upright. Make sure the push pin lines up with the hole on the bracket. Continue in a clockwise direction, placing every other enclosure rod until all enclosure rods have been placed. Congratulations on completing the assembly of your Skywalker trampoline. We knew you could do it. For more information, please visit our website, skywalkertrampolines.com, or follow us on social media.